So anybody born with an umbilical cord tied round his or her neck is called Owino for a boy. For those people who are born during dry spell, not the other dry spell you think about, the dry spell. Each and every community has beliefs. Each and every community has something that they believe in. So today I'm going to give you a story of a Luo folklore, a story that people believe in and what they think is right. Before I do that, let me take this opportunity to first of all thank the management of Gian and Naya Mascos for sponsoring this particular video. Gian and Naya Mascos are entertainment experts that deal in mascots. So if you are willing to have our services, please don't hesitate to contact us in the comment section below so that you can have a lifetime experience that will never be erased in your mind. Welcome all of you who are joining this particular channel for the very first time. Feel at home. This is the channel that you need to watch each and every time you want to be inspired to achieve more and also to get stories behind the story. So let us get a message from our sponsors. They say that each and every moment should be a joyful moment. They say that each and every moment should be a remarkable moment that will leave the memories fresh in your mind as if it were yesterday. Are you planning to have a wedding? Are you planning to have a celebration that will need a lot of fun and fair? Are you planning to do a branding of a new project, or are you planning to do a farewell party for the loved one? Maybe he or she is coming in the country or leaving the country. Then look no further. Hire Gian and Naya Mascos for that ultimate entertainment. People will be full of joy and laughter. They'll be bursting in laughter in each and every moment of the entertainment that you provide during your event if only you hire Gian and Naya Mascos. Gian and Naya Mascos are entertainment masters that specialize in supply of mascots in any event, be it a wedding anniversary, be it a branding, be it a farewell party, be it a graduation ceremony, or any other event that you find fit to be celebrated. Mzee Akech, today I want you to tell me a story. This is a Luo folklore. You know Luo folklore? A folklore is a story based on a community and their beliefs and what they think is right. So I want you to tell me a story about Luo folklore. This story will be about the naming ceremony. So I don't know how you are going to tell me, because the current generation, they don't know how to name their children or what is the meaning of the names that those people who were born before them had when they are naming. How did the Luo community name their children? Born during that harvest period, that is around July, June up to August, latest September. Anybody born between those days, those months, will be called a Keo for a girl and a Keo for a boy. That is during the harvest time. Wow, that is very interesting. Very interesting stories. Now, I've heard people talk about the marriage, how old people of your age during that time are getting married. They will say that they will wait until the lady he wants to marry goes to the river, and then he'll carry that lady. What was the appropriate age when a man was considered to look for a wife? Thank you so much for asking me these questions. You know, many people don't know most of their folklore stories. The community, each and every community has own stories about what they believe in, what they think. So yeah, I'm going to give you a short story of the Luo folklore. The naming of the names and how those people were born during our time were getting married. It's interesting. It is a very interesting story. You get a woman of your choice, and then you decide how you are going to get that woman. You'll want to know what time she goes to the river. You'll want to know what time she's with her friends. Then you'll make that perfect time to get that lady. It was not easy because most of the time there are those spies who will let her know that there's somebody looking for her. So it was not that easy. But all the same, we will wait until the right time comes. You will go hide somewhere near a river where you know she normally fetches water or where she fetches firewood. Then at the right time, you will make the catch. That was how during those days people used to get married. And another thing, to know when you are ready to get married was during the wrestling match, during the harvest period. You know, in the months of July, August, thereabout, there was a harvest period where people will harvest. That is, in Luo we call it Keyo. So during those wrestling matches, a lady will admire somebody, a strong person. That is the time the lady will also pick somebody maybe she finds suitable to be her partner. So after the wrestling match, there will be what we call the traditional brew. When elders were taking that traditional brew, even the match fixer, the person who organized the wrestling match, will say frankly during the drinking spree that, this match I prepared it for so-and-so's daughter. I want that daughter to get married to this strong gentleman. The Luo folklore story continues. Then after the match, the lady will pick the person of her choice, and get married traditionally. If that is not successful, if the lady does not want the guy, maybe for other reasons known to herself, she will play a hide and seek until the man will finally get her when she's going to fetch firewood. That is how people used to get married. I've heard of this name, Awino and Owino. Awino for a lady and Owino for a man or a boy. So what were the basic meaning of these people named Awino and Owino? And for Owino and Awino, that's where we fall in. My traditional name, for the sake of you, my valuable viewers who are not aware of my traditional name, is Owino. If I were a girl, I could have been called Awino. But since I'm a male, I'm called Owino. So anybody born with an umbilical cord tied round his or her neck is called Owino for a boy, Awino for a girl. Let me repeat for the sake of clarity. Any child born coming with an umbilical cord tied on his or her neck, that boy will be called Owino, a girl will be called Awino. Then the names were very interesting. What about the other names when children were born during the dry season? What names were they being given? Now, when we come to the naming ceremony, names like Akeyo, or Auma, Ouma, Otieno, Atieno, Anyango, Onyango, Owino, Awino. Let me tell you how the elders used to give them. Most of these names were being given depending on the time a baby is born. For example, a name like Anyango. Anyango, Onyango. Onyango, O stands for a boy, A is for a girl. Now, a girl born early in the morning, very early, between 5 a.m. to around 7 a.m. or thereabout, that kid, that baby, born at that particular time, if the baby is a boy, we will call Onyango. If she is a girl, she will be called Anyango. For Akeyo and Okeyo, these were babies born during the harvest time. Yeah, you know now. The time when people are harvesting, people are having traditional brew. Then a baby is born during that harvest period. That is around July, June, up to August, latest September. Anybody born between those days, those months, will be called Akeyo for a girl and Okeyo for a boy. That is during the harvest time. Wow, that is very interesting. I hope. Now, for people born during the rainy season, okay? Rainy season. Guess what? Somebody born during the rainy season. For a boy, that will be Okoth. For a girl, that will be Akoth. For those people who are born during dry spell, not the other dry spell you think about. The dry spell is that during the dry season when there's a lot of sunshine and the fields are very dry. Those people were called Oro for a boy, Aoro for a girl. So that is how we used to name the kids born during those periods. And for Owino and Awino, yeah, that's where we fall in. My name is, my other name, my traditional name, for the sake of you, my valuable viewers, who are not aware of my traditional name, is Owino. If I were a girl, I could have been called Awino. But since I'm a male, I'm called Owino. So anybody born with an umbilical cord tied around his or her neck is called Owino for a boy, Awino for a girl. Let me repeat for the sake of clarity. Any child born coming with an umbilical cord tied on his or her neck, that boy will be called Owino, a girl will be called Awino. Now this is a Luo folklore. Luo folklore is, there are so many beliefs, and even many more beliefs will be coming your way. If you find this folklore story very interesting, please don't forget to give it a like. Don't forget to share this particular story with your contacts in the contact section, so that those stories you have heard about Luo community and how they used to name their kids or their children may be put to rest. Thank you so much for watching this particular clip. It was largely prepared to answer some of the questions many people have had asking. How do you name your kids? What circumstances do you look at? Those people who are born those days have now put the story to rest. If you find this particular story interesting, if you find this particular folklore story interesting, don't forget to press the like button. Most importantly, if you haven't subscribed to this awesome channel, Public Desire Media TV, kindly do so that we may go together as a family. Remember, Public Desire Media TV is a channel that will give you exact, accurate, specific, and relevant story that make you a relevant person in a modern society. Remember, it is also on this channel that I promised that I'll giving you the story behind the stories. If you had a story, like now the stories you have heard about the Luo community, Luo folklore, if you have heard some stories about us, now today you have got it from the horse's mouth. Thank you so much. Let us meet in the next video. Bye bye.